with Ranjana Agnihotri ji, Arti Agarwal also joining us at this point. Arti Agarwal is with us at this point. Arti Agarwal, how would you see the proceedings in the Supreme Court today? The Hindu Paksh saying they are very, very happy. The fact that that entire area where the Hindu Paksh claims is a shivling continues to remain sealed and secured. Arti Agarwal, can you hear me?
I think this is a really
Yeah, go ahead,
good
please. Go ahead,
decision
please.
which the courts have taken, because this is what we have been saying for all this time, that at least let us inquire, at least let us go ahead and see what is contained in that basement. And even now, like we have only, as far as my knowledge goes, the survey has only done an audit of the whole place where the so-called clean fountain is there and the Wazoo Khana is there, but there is a lot more under that chamber also, what I've heard from lawyers and other activists in Varanasi. And they claim that a lot more is to be found there in terms of the broken deities, the broken idols, and the structure. This is their claim. But the thing is, it needs to be put to test. We need to excavate further. We need to do proper dating of all of these structures, because if you're saying it's a fountain, and we can see that it is a monolith stone, then there has to be some unbiased way of establishing the veracity of either statement. So this is what we have always been lobbying, because we, at least the Hindu side, believes we are standing on the side of the truth. So we don't have a problem with any further investigation or any further survey, any further excavation, because the truth has been dug and suppressed all this time. And I believe that it is the truth which is going to come out. So the decision of the court, which says that we're going to ascertain the actual religious character of the place, is very welcome. And this is what we have been wanting for a very long time. And I think this is the right way to go forward, because the Hindu side is always stuck to the legal process. Even now, we are sticking to the legal process. We are not opposing anything. We are just feeling happy that Mahadeva has been found. And you can't question the bhakti or the astha of the devotees who firmly believe that that is Vishwanatha himself. That is our right also. That is our religious freedom. So you can't fault the
Right.
Hindu side for that. I saw many people faulting the Hindu side. I don't believe that is
No,
fair.
this
So
interesting
I
aspect,
think
when
this
it
is
comes to Ram
good
Janmabhoomi
news
and
as for
Krishna
me.
Janmabhoomi, it becomes a title suit, because the aspect is that this is the presiding deity, or this area belongs to Ram Lalla in the case of Ram Lalla Virajman, and also in the case of Krishna Janmabhoomi, the 13.37 acres. We'll try and see if Ranjana Agnihotri can join us, and we'll ask her this question. But the court today saying, here the petitioners are only saying, if there are deities there, I have the right to worship, just like anybody else has, of any other faith, has the right to worship if there is a place for prayer. If I have my deity, I have the right to pray, and I have the right to worship. So for the Muslims, it is the right to pray. For me, it is the right to worship, because for me, I believe that there is a vigraha there is a deity there, and I should be allowed to go and, because in the eyes of law, if we are all equal, then my right to worship is equal to anybody else's right to pray.
Right. So even in the case of the Krishna Janmabhoomi, it's like a similar kind of a situation there also. I think the court needs to allow that to proceed, that suit to proceed forward also. I remember in 2020 they had put a stay on that, or they had dismissed that plea, and I think that case is also being taken up now. So I think this is a right way to proceed, because like you're saying, we're all, if you're equal in front of the law, then why should that matter of the Hindu side being given the right to at least ascertain whether that is the place and whether we can worship over there or not? Why should that be just dismissed without a plea, without a hearing, without investigation? That's
Right.
been the contention all along, actually.
Right. I'm just going to check if Ranjana Agnihotri ji is also with us. Ranjana ji, namaste. Can you hear me?
Namaste.
Namaste, Ranjana ji. How would you see the
Yes,
proceedings in court today and the Supreme Court's interim order?
today Supreme Court has passed order. We are very happy to hear the order, because all the matters have been transferred before the district judge to decide within 8 weeks. And mm, so far as the Act of 91 is concerned, Justice Chanchud has specifically mentioned that the object of commission is only to determine the religious character of the building, not to change the religious character of the building.
Correct.
And
So,
it has
but
also,
then, but if that is the case, if you have to determine the religious character of the building, what does that imply? That means, does that then imply, because the court also said that this is a worshipper's suit. So, if the religious character of a particular area is Hindu or Sanatani, then no Sanatani or Hindu should be stopped from worshipping there.
exactly this suit which was placed before the court, it was worshipper suit filed by Rakhi Singh and others. One suit that is numbered as 350 of 2021, that is title suit, is also pending before the court. Title will be determined in the suit number 350, and this suit is exactly for the worshipper. They wanted darshan puja, regular darshan puja of Mata Shringar Gauri in the premises. And meanwhile, commission was taken place, and during commission the Lord Adi Vishweshwar came out. So it is very important to decide and determine the religious character of the building in question on the basis of commission report.
How is this different from the Krishna Janmabhoomi suit? Because the court also very clearly made a demarcation between worshipper's suit and a title suit. Like in the case of Ramlala Virajman, it was a title suit. Now, how is the Krishna Janmabhoomi suit similar or different from the Gyanvapi legal case?
You know, in Ramlala case, there was worshipper suit also. 4 suits were filed in Ramlala case. 2 of 1949 was worshipper suit, and 5 of Ramlala suit, it was title suit. But in case of Krishna Janmabhoomi, the suit which has been filed before the Mathura court on 20th September 2020, which was dismissed and revision was allowed. It was filed on behalf of deity Bhagwan Shri Krishna and Janmabhoomi. It is title suit. It is different from this suit, Kashi Vishwanath suit, Gyanvapi suit, because in the Mathura suit we have challenged the decree and judgment and decree passed in the year 1973 and 74, which was based on the basis of forged and fake compromise. And the parties those parties which have entered into compromise, they have no power to enter in the compromise to negotiate the place or land of deity.
Right. Now, Arti Agarwal, do you believe this is a big victory for those who believe that this is actually a Shivling, and this is where Baba Vishweshwar has always been? Would you see this as a big victory? Or would you then turn around and say that if
Definitely.
everybody wanted to respect the courts, then there should be no rabble-rousing and everybody should allow the legal process to unfold?
So Anand, I think the two things you're saying are not really in any contradiction with each other, because people have their love and their bhakti for Vishwanatha. You can't really stop them from feeling happy. That does not go against any law or any legal process. These people believe, who have been working over there, who have always known through their generations. See, the people of Varanasi, they know, they have this knowledge passed down to them through several generations. It was their own ancestors who lived there, who protected Mahadeva over there. So they have this firm belief that that is Vishwanatha, and these are people who are actually around the world. So if they want to celebrate, if they want to feel happy, I don't see why that should be a problem for anybody. And I have not seen any news of any rabble-rousing, of anybody triggering anybody, or any kind of such ruckus. I have not seen any such news anywhere. People are celebrating, and Kashi is the Avimukta Kshetra of Mahadeva. How can Mahadev Bhaktas be expected to sit quietly? See, Anand, we believe that we have been subjugated for centuries. We have tolerated and we have swallowed this insult of, desecration of Hindu deities for centuries. I think we have the right to be a little bit happy now. I don't think that is asking for too much. We're not asking for too much. We're just asking for the right to celebrate and be happy, knowing that that is Vishweshwara himself. And if there is some ruckus, if there is any ruckus, then we come to the question of whether that is in some way, subverting the course of law. But I've not seen any such thing. What people do as an expression of their bhakti is not something which can be considered to be in any way subverting the law.